Well-known successful leaders didn't get that way for being perfect, which is impossible. They did it because they confidently used this crucial leadership trait. We're going to take you to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the home of the Liberty Bell, Independence Hall, the birthplace of America, and a great leadership lesson. You're going to learn how to break free of the insecurities and the pressures that come with leadership by using this one quality so you can end up on top of your game. And if you want more leadership tips like this in your life, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon right now so you never miss a weekly episode. Welcome to Adventures in Leadership on Kristie TV. This is where high achievers go for the tools, confidence, and motivation to become a successful leader. Let's do this. Welcome to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And behind me is Independence Hall. And if you know anything about American history, in the United States of America, this is where it all started. This is where the Declaration of Independence was signed. They did the Constitution. All of America's roots basically started here. So check this out. That glass building behind me, that's where the Liberty Bell sits. And what I thought was really interesting, and this is a little message for all you leaders out there, whether you've been in leadership for a long time or you've been struggling a little bit. So I got the honor to sit in the House of Representatives, the original House of Representatives, and the Senate. I also saw the place where George Washington took the oath for the second time. He didn't even want to serve for a second term, but everybody wanted him to do it. And let me tell you, from the information that they told me today, lots of these leaders did not have it figured out at all. Nobody had done a constitution like this. Nobody had created a Declaration of Independence quite like this. And so there was a lot of bickering and fighting and nobody knew what to do. But you know what? It was George Washington who pulled it all together. Now, you know, they all have their good points and their bad and everything like that. But all of these people that put their name on all these awesome documents that started our beautiful country, they did not have it all figured out. We all put them on a pedestal. We all think they were awesome. But some of the things that I've heard, and I have to think at least some of it's true, is that they were just kind of figuring it out as they went. They weren't perfect. They just knew that they had a vision. They knew that they wanted to have liberty. They knew that they wanted to pursue their dreams and their passions. That's all they knew. And then after that, they just kind of took it little by little, step by step. If you're a leader out there, if you're wanting to be a leader and you're just like, I have not got this stuff figured out, or if you are just trying to lead yourself, that's okay. A lot of people don't have this stuff figured out. I don't have it all figured out. That's for darn sure. But what I just want to tell you is when you have great people like this that actually created an entire country, what are the kind of things that you think that you can do? So don't ever sell yourself short. Just look at Independence Hall behind me. This is where it all started. And just remember that no matter what you're going through, whether you're trying to lead yourself or you're trying to lead others, there's always hope for you, and there's always something in you that can make it happen. Society has a habit of placing well-known successful leaders really up high on a pedestal as if they could do no wrong. And this places undue stress for people who want to be great leaders, but then they think they can never measure up. So let's reduce that pressure right now by talking about things that you can do to become a confident leader and using vision as one of your top leadership qualities. Step 1, you don't have to have all the answers. No leader has every single answer, and that's okay. None of the founding fathers had every single answer. They had to trudge through the messy process of creating a constitution for an entirely brand new country. Could you imagine that project landing in your inbox? It's not like there was a manual on how to start a country that they could read back then. Leaders always have massive tasks in front of them and they have no clue how they're going to accomplish it. Think about the people who invented the light bulb, airplanes, the internet, satellites. None of those things existed before, but they understood one thing. Just because you don't have the answers right now doesn't mean you won't have them later. Step 2, create a vivid vision using all 5 senses. A strong vision is what fuels the change you're looking for. A vision is a dream. It's an outline of what you ultimately want to see happen. And as a leader, you want to make that vision alive so everybody else can feel it, taste it, smell it, touch it, hear it. Because the founding leaders, they had a pretty good idea of how they wanted the country to look like, but they didn't have all the details. But that's okay in the beginning. What you really want to do is just spin that dream and ask questions like, what if? So let's say that you manage a sales team. What do higher sales numbers look like? How does that help the employees? How does it help the customers? How does it look financially? And what kind of difference does that make if you do increase the numbers? So really go through all 5 of those senses, and the more vivid you can be, the better. Step 3, with the vision set, now you can work on the details. As the leader, your belief in the plan is paramount. There's a big difference between a vision and a plan. The vision is that dream outline, but the plan are the details behind the vision to make it happen. Now this may come down to brainstorming or trial and error, lots of experimentation. And remember, as you're going for your vision, you may fail. Just as the leaders who created the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, they went through many revisions, and it took several years. And not all those revisions were agreed upon, but they had their compass, their vision, to keep them moving in the right direction. So they just kept making revisions until they felt they got it right. And it's the same thing for you. When you have a strong vision, the details will fall into place. You, as the leader, just have to believe that it will happen. Step 4, get everyone involved. Yes, everyone. It takes a team to make the vision a reality. You're not alone with your vision. Washington wasn't alone when he was setting the vision for the United States. He had a whole team of people that were ready to make it happen. And while he didn't always agree with all those people, he also knew that it took more than one person to create an entire country. It's the same with your vision. The more people that you bring into the mix, the more you visualize it, the more that you picture it, the more the team can put it in their heads, what can I do to help this? Leaders use their awesome vision to inspire, to motivate, and to move the team into action. And when you get an excited team for a vision, that's when amazing things start happening. Step 5, no leader is perfect, but you can unleash the same greatness as other successful leaders have. The founding fathers are usually hailed as great leaders, but they weren't without their faults. They had bad decisions, bad dealings, bad habits, but I'm sure you've had your fair share too, right? Every single leader that you might look up to has their faults. They're just human because no one is perfect. But isn't that kind of a relief to know that every single person has messed up in one time or another? That means if you act on the greatness and the ideas that are inside of you, you can be that successful leader that you dream of. You can lead a team to a big vision. You can make that positive change that you've always wanted to do. And when you fully realize that you can lead at a high level, just like those people that you might admire, nothing will stop you. So let go that thinking any leader is perfect and go be your own definition of a great leader. If you follow these 5 steps and letting go of perfectionism and comparing yourself to other leaders, you'll open up doors to help you make that vision come to life. And then you can use that vision to guide you and your team to create that difference that you've always wanted to make. And you won't have all the answers at first, but with a motivated team right by your side, you'll achieve those goals in no time. You've got the 5 steps for setting a vision. Now what? It's time for action. How are you going to use what you learned in your personal and your professional life? How are you going to use the 5 steps so you can set a strong vision that your team is going to buy into? Let me know in the comments below, and if this video inspired you, well then just give it a like. And if you want to be a confident leader and take things to the next level, but you're not sure where to start, let's point you in the right direction. Schedule a 100% free leadership strategy session with me. We'll talk about your goals, your challenges, and the exact next steps you can take to become the leader that you're meant to be. Just click the link in the section below to reserve your spot, because there's no better time than right now to grow your leadership skills. And for more great videos to help you grow, well,
check these out. And don't forget, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon right now so you don't miss our weekly episodes. Thanks for watching Kristie TV and keep moving toward your vision.